Hey, Wanda here at Sense by Me Bath and Body Care. Hey, a couple months ago, I had infused some of my fresh goldenrod from the fall, and we wanted to make a tincture with it. So, back in September, I filled this jar with goldenrod from my right from my property. And we put some 100 proof vodka in it so we could make a tincture. Well, today we get to take it out and strain it. It's time that we can use it now. It's been infusing for like a month and a half. Today is December 4th, so today is a good day to show you guys how I'm going to take this and strain it. And then we're going to bottle it. Hopefully I won't make too big of a mess. But let's just go over a little bit before we strain it about what you can use this goldenrod tincture for. Actually, it's great for inflammation, pain in the muscles due from inflammation and arthritis, soreness. It's a urine increase. It's a diuretic for your kidneys. It's great for, your bladder if you need to flush them. It's great for your sinuses and relieving your allergies. A lot of people think that goldenrod is the cause of their allergies in the fall. Actually, it's not. Actually, it's ragweed that comes right about the same time as the goldenrod. The bees love goldenrod. That's why they pollinate off of it, because it's a standstill. It doesn't fly in the air. It's not that kind of a pollen. So it's not the goldenrod that's making you sneeze in the fall. So actually, this is going to be your friend when you do get when you get congested, and you get that really you don't want to use this when you're just got a runny nose. You want that to run. You want to get those toxins out of your head and into your, just let it run. But when you get to that really thick mucus, yellow green stage, when you know you got a sinus infection, this is your friend. This is when you want to reach for this tincture. This isn't a tincture that you're going to use every day. This is a tincture that's going to be in your cabinet, so when you feel bad, you can take it a couple times a day. Take 10 or so drops. Work yourself up to the level that you can feel some relief. So we're going to put them in these little 1 ounce bottles with a dropper, and you're going to take 10 or 15 drops from the start, and you can either put them under the tongue, or you can put them in a little shot glass with a little bit of water and take it that way. It's totally up to you. But as long as you get it in there, that's what counts. So, but it does have a little bit of a bitter taste to it. So you can sweeten it with a little bit of honey. Some good raw fresh local honey from your beekeeper would be great. If you could find some of that, you can mix that if you want to make it into a to sweeten it. That you can do it that way. Some people make they use the dried part of the goldenrod. They dry it out and they make a tea with it. But this is a tincture, so we're going to be straining this out today. So just remember that you can use this 2 to 3 times a day when you have that flare up. And it doesn't go bad. It's a tincture. It's made with 100 proof vodka, which is 50% water, 50% vodka. So, so all the plant matter that was in this jar back in September has been, all the medicinal has been pulled from the vodka from this plant. So now we're going to strain this so we can get our tincture bottles. We're going to fill a couple of those. And I'm just going to show you a little bit of, best how I'm going to do it. But I always wear gloves. And you'll need a pitcher. This is a 4-cup pitcher. And of course a strainer, really fine mesh strainer. You'll need a spatula to press down your plant matter and your bottles that you're going to transfer your liquid from, your tincture, or you can use a little funnel to put into your bottles, or you can use this nice little needle syringe that I got from the farm and feed store. They come in 60 cc's, which we are only going to use 30, which is, it has it on ounce on one side and your cc's on the other. So this is a 1 ounce bottle, so we're just going to stick that in there and pull just to the one, because it's a 1 ounce bottle or whatever bottle size you're using. And then you can it'll automatically, fill it to the proper amount. Now you want to go just a little bit below the 1 ounce or whatever size you're using, because your bottle does have that dropper in there. So you want to leave yourself a little space so it doesn't overflow when you're putting your cap on for your dropper. So you definitely want to leave yourself a little bit of headspace before filling it all the way. So you'll just have to go below, just a little below that one ounce line. So okay, let's get started. All right, so we got our dropper, we got our spatula, and we got our goldenrod tincture. Now, it says you can do this 4 to 6 weeks from the time you started your tincture. Mine's a little, if it goes longer than that, it's not going to hurt anything. So, if you forgot, oh my gosh, I forgot all about my my tincture. It's not going to hurt it. So we're going to go ahead and put our gloves on. I'm so excited to get this tincture done, because I want to make another one, not of goldenrod, but of maybe like of a CBD, hemp. I want to make a hemp one, so I'm so excited to try that. So I want to get this one strained. Okay, so we're gonna set this over to the side so I can get my lid off. They say the longer that you let this sit, the stronger, of course, it pulls from your plant matter. So mine's been almost, not quite, a month. It's been a month and a half. So maybe a little longer, but, so I'm excited. So it's not going to be weak at all. So, oh yeah. And you just got to remember, goldenrod has a bitter astringent taste. So you'll definitely either want to dilute it if you don't want to take the full full amount underneath your tongue for it to go directly into the system of into your body, you can always dilute it with that little shot of water and then just take it. And then just take a regular drink of something, like maybe some honey. That would be good. Okay, let's get our strainer. I'm going to hold this as I do it because I definitely do not want to be spilling any, and I just did. Well, let's see. You have to practice these things. Ooh, boy, I did pretty good. Look at that. Look how dark that is. Wow. That tells you how much it's pulled from this plant. And then you just take all your plant out. Now you can put that plant on a separate compost pile in your garden. I have a separate spot that I throw all my tincture herbs in. Okay. Actually, it smells, trying to think of the word. Almost kind of like a citrus. Yeah, that's how I would, yeah, that's what it smells like to me. Okay, we're going to let this strain just for a little bit to get that rest of that, all that good tincture out. I did just spill just a small amount, but that wasn't enough. So I didn't do too bad. Now, if you need to, if you feel like there is some of your small pieces of your particle of your plant matter that's in your tincture, it's all just a matter of preference whether you want to restrain it again. But that little bit of plant matter, if you swallow it, isn't going to hurt you. So it just depends on the preference for yourself. And you can most certainly run it through this again after you get rid of this part of it. And you can put maybe a cheesecloth over top of it again and then strain it again to get those little pieces if you didn't want those little pieces there. But I'm not going to really worry about it. So, see, it's still straining some.
Smell it.
Pretty potent.
I can smell it because over here.
Good. My mom says she can smell it. She's going to be my first person to try it because she has allergies. So she's going to be my first patient. Okay. Let me just grab a pan to set this in. I don't think it's going to set in this jar very well. Okay. I feel better knowing that it's sitting in a pot. So if there's any more that strains, I can just dump it in later. So, but for the most part, there we go. I'll set that over to the side and let it just finish dripping what I didn't get. Now I'm just going to pick this up and see if there's any particles of herb in that I very little bit. So I am not, I'm looking through the sun of the window so I can see. And this actually looks pretty good. So I am not going to worry about straining this again. So let's just see. Let me just show you on the side of how much tincture that 1 quart made for us today. That made 3 cups of goldenrod tincture. So that's great. So now I'm going to show you how we are going to fill our little dropper bottles. I'm going to take my my dropper bottle out, my dropper. Now we're going to do it each one different. One we're going to do with the little funnel, and one we'll do just with the we'll use the syringe. But I am going to use the syringe to put it in there. So I would say if you take it and fill it to that top rim right there, this bottom rim, right there. That'll should give you enough headspace, I'm hoping, when you put your dropper in. So let's see what will happen. And I just stirred it up a little. And I'm going to push my syringe back down. And I'm going to start by not quite. It's a little bit below the one on the ounce side. So it's a little bit below that because you have it in there also. So we're just going to watch as we take this and fill this up. And then all we have left to do is make a label. Which that is always the fun part for me. I can't, I always get frustrated over trying to figure out what's the best label to put on, what's the best design for the label. Now look, it's right there. So we're going to add just a little bit more. After you get used to, once you get your, start filling your bottles, you'll start to get the right rhythm of how much you need in your dropper and your syringe to fill your, and you could just go right on with it. But this is a good practice for me. Because I had just got this syringe just for this purpose, to fill tinctures and extracts. So I saw this on a video and I thought, man, that is a great idea. Okay, let me see a little bit more. I'm lifting the, there we go. And I'm just going to lean this And put that one in there on the other one. Okay, now that is straight up to the rim, the bottom part of the rim, and that's where, and now we're going to insert the dropper, and I'm hoping I can let you know, and it is going to overflow. So we would have to go a little bit below that rim. So let me see. Yes. Okay. So now this is full, but actually we had to go down to about there. Right around there, right before you get up to that rim. So we had to put that tincture level right there in order for this dropper to fit properly without it overflowing. So let's try the next one. So we definitely will go okay, I'm going just a little bit below the 1 ounce mark. Now that is a complete 1 ounce. So let's see where that gets us. Excuse my clock. Just a little bit more. So, because it's right here and I want it up there just a little bit more. Okay. Let me squeeze that up some so it won't float. There we go. All right, we're going to set that to the side. Okay, I don't know if you can see. There you go. You see where the mark is? It's right there. It's right there. So we are going to take this out. Set that to the side, and we're going to take our dropper, and I'm going to see if you can tell when I put that dropper in. And then you're just going to screw your dropper in as tight as you can until you can't go no more. You don't need it to leak for sure. And it's all the way up to the top now. Great. All right. So now we have 2 1 ounce bottles of goldenrod tincture. And now I can finish filling the rest of these up in more bottles. These will all be 1 ounce. And then I get to make a label. And then I can give some to friends and family, and let them give me some feedback on how they used it and for what purpose they used it for. Okay, well, I appreciate you watching today. Strain out my goldenrod tincture. And we hope that you'll share this video so others can learn. We'll see you next time.